kitchen. My name is Beverly, and on today's episode of Cooking with Love, I'm joined by my brother Steve and my sister Barbara. And on today's episode, we're going to be showing you 3 different spaghetti dishes which you can use for the holidays or you can use any day of the week.
I'm going to be making spaghetti with clam sauce. It's great for the Feast of the Seven Fishes and it goes together very quickly.
And I'm going to be making spaghetti with tuna and tomatoes. And again, we this have the Feast of the Seven Fishes, but you can eat any time of the year.
And I'm going to be showing you spaghetti with mushrooms in a marinara sauce. That's for those of us, like me, that do not care for seafood.
All right.
Let's get started.
Let's get started. The ingredients we need to make our pasta with tomatoes and tuna are, of course, the pasta of choice. We're going to be using spaghetti. I have, these are San Marzano peeled plum tomatoes, which I'm going to hand crush. 1 onion that I'll be dicing. These are green olives that I have been crushed. A little bit of garlic. A can of Italian-style tuna fish. It has a stronger flavor. And then just a pinch of red pepper flake. All right, let's get started. We're going to start to prepare our sauce. First thing I'm going to do is get some olive oil in a pan. And we're going to put it on medium heat. Now that the oil is warm, we're going to fry up our onions. And we're going to cook them just till they're translucent. All right, our onions are ready. I'm going to add the garlic. And I'm just going to cook the garlic for about a minute. Next, I'm going to add our crushed tomatoes. Now we want to simmer this for 20 to 30 minutes. Okay. All right, and we're just going to add a pinch of the crushed red pepper. I'm going to hold off on putting salt in until after we add the tuna. The tuna is very salty, so I don't want to get it too salty. So we'll taste it and then add salt if needed. Our sauce has been simmering for about 30 minutes. I'm going to add the olives now. And stir them in. We're going to let this cook for about 5 minutes. All right, this has been cooking with the olives for about 5 minutes. I'm going to add the tuna now. And we add the olive oil that comes with the tuna. And we just want to stir this gently. We want to try to keep some of the tuna as little chunks. And put it on low and let it simmer. And we're ready to serve this over our pasta.
The ingredients to make linguine or spaghetti with clam sauce is your pasta. You can use spaghetti, linguine, anything that you like to use. I use chopped clams. Recipe calls for baby clams, but I'm not a big fan of big clams in it. It's your choice. I have some minced garlic, fresh parsley that I minced, olive oil, a little bit of lemon juice, salt and pepper, a little bit of white wine, butter, and a little crushed red pepper. And that's all we need. I'm going to separate the clams. The clam juice in one container and drain the clams in another. To make our clam sauce, I'm going to heat some olive oil in a pan. Give it a second and then I'm going to add the garlic and just brown it, not very gently. You just want to cook it for 30-40 seconds. You don't want any burnt garlic. Our garlic is done. I'm going to add in the crushed red pepper and let it go another 20-30 seconds. Now I'm going to just turn it up a little and add the wine and cook it for about 2 to 3 minutes. Our wine has been cooking in this oil and garlic for about 2 to 3 minutes. We want some of it to reduce. And now we're going to add the clam juice. I'm going to let that go for a minute, then I'm going to lower the heat a little bit and add our clams. Before I add the clams, I just want to add a little bit of lemon juice to that for a little extra flavor, and a little salt and pepper just to season it. And now I'll add the clams and turn the heat down to low. And now all we have to do is wait for the pasta and start mixing. Our sauce is thickening while the pasta is cooking. At this point, I'm going to add the butter to melt, and it'll give it some nice texture and creaminess to it. Our pasta is cooked al dente, and now all we have to do is add it to our pan and let it cook for a little bit in that. We're just going to start mixing it. You want to have a lot of juice with it. I'm going to let this cook for a couple minutes, raise the heat. If it becomes too dry, you can always add a little pasta water. I always save the pasta water.
The ingredients I need to make my spaghetti with mushrooms are some spaghetti. This is my homemade marinara sauce, but you can, in a pinch, you can use jarred sauce if you like. I have some fresh mushrooms. Today I'm using baby Bella, which I've sliced. And to season my mushroom, a little bit of fresh garlic, salt, pepper, and the olive oil to fry the mushrooms in. So let's get going. To start our spaghetti with mushroom, I'm going to heat some olive oil in a pan. And I want to saute my mushrooms. We want them to get a little bit browned. We're not going to put seasoning till the mushrooms are cooked. I've gotten all the moisture out of my mushrooms. Now I'm going to season them with a little bit of garlic, minced, and a little tiny bit of salt and pepper. Not too much. You can always add more later. Now I'm ready to put my tomato sauce in. And we're just going to let this cook, simmer, just for a couple of minutes since my marinara sauce is already cooked. Oh, and I've also put a pot of water on to boil for all our spaghettis.
Ba 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 ba